Hey guys, I want to tell you about a device that is going to completely change the way we interact with one another and exchange money. Okay? It's this little device right here. It's called a Square. And this little device, quite simply, is just, like I said, it's going to change the way you pay people. It's going to change the way you buy things on an individual basis. Okay? Because what this thing does right here is exactly the same thing that when you go to the grocery store, or you go shopping, or any time you go to a convenience store, a corporate store, any kind of store, and you swipe your card, and you enter your number, you sign your name, this does that exact same thing, and it brings it to you and me, anybody that can use it. Now this is ideal for people that are vendors. They travel around selling products that you've made. This is ideal for bands that are trying to get their merchandise, t-shirts, CDs, all of that out there, but don't want to pay the prices that it's going to have to take to actually be able to accept those kind of payments, because that can be pretty pricey. And that's why Square has made this device. Now you can also use it for simple things like selling your cash to your friend, anything like that. What I'm using it for today is actually sell fundraiser cards. I'm a youth pastor at a church, and our big push, we always do it once a year, is a fundraiser to fund the entire year of the group for trips and different things like that. And what we always have a problem with is a lot of people have credit and debit, but very few people carry cash anymore. And so when we're selling these cards, we come across all the time people say, well, I don't have any cash, I'm sorry. Well, with this device, one, it makes you be really honest, doesn't it? Because if I don't have cash, well, that's fine. We can take debit or credit, right? Because now you can. So if you really want to help, you can. All right, and that's what this Square does. And I'm going to show you really quick a simple process of how we can do that, and how it can help you, and how it's helping me. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. You're going to turn your iPad on. Okay, let me enter my password so you don't see it. Okay, brings up all your icons. The one you're going to have to download is Square. Now with the iPad, you have this, it's built in. It's not on the iPhone or any of the smaller devices, but you actually can arrange a store. You actually go into settings, set up a whole store, do that whole deal. In this store, I've set up my things that we're going to actually be selling at our booth, one of them being this fundraiser card right here. It's got discounts and stuff for area businesses, and they're $10 each. You can program, preset, all of that into the card. So all I need to do is push $10, it changes up here to $10, and we're ready to go. Now, the only thing I need to do is take my Square that I showed you earlier, pop it in the top. What it's going to do is it's going to recognize it. It's going to process that, okay, that's active, that's there. All I need to do is push pay, use card, and it's going to bring up this right here, which all I need to do is take my credit card that I've got right here. And the way the Square works is that this bigger part in the back is actually where it reads. So this strip, so you don't see my credit card, this strip right here is actually where it's going to go. I do this really quick. Sometimes it has this, unsuccessful swipe. All you got to do to prevent that is to hold it firm and go quickly, because what actually happens when you swipe is that the card, your swiping motion produces that enough electricity to run the card reader. So there you go, authorizing, and it's approved. And it's that simple. Now what you can do, like for example, since I'm doing a fundraiser, people, if they want to, can donate more amounts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Again, this is ideally for businesses. So a lot of the time you can tip as well. That's why that's built in. You can actually include in your settings no tip, but I'm leaving that open. But at this time, I'm not going to do any tip. You click how much ever you want, done tipping. It's going to process this card, and then what it's going to ask you to do is payment complete. It will actually ask you to enter your email. I've already done that once on this device. Like I said, I've used it. And what's going to happen is whatever email you enter on that card, much like Redbox, every time you scan your card, it's going to remember your email address. So if you're a repeat customer, you have repeat customers, it's going to remember their address, so you don't have to type it in every single time. But I know that's my email address, so what I'm going to do is push finish, and that's going to send me a receipt. Okay? You pay $10 to Moringa Wesleyan Church, thank you very much, and then new payment. See? Flips back over. Now what I want to show you next is that receipt, so you can kind of see what that looks like. Okay, so I have my email pulled up here. It's got, what it has is just this basic information. Okay, the email it sends is very basic, and all it says is you have paid $10 with your Visa, and it ends with the last 4 digits of your card to Moringa Wesleyan Church at 7:48 p.m. on June 17th, which is today. And what is nice is that, as I mentioned earlier, it already knew my email address, but that's because I've already bought something. And a nice little feature of that is, one, your customers won't have to re-enter their email addresses, but it also keeps your customers safe because it doesn't show you their email address. It keeps it hidden from you, which is nice for them because some people just don't want their email addresses all over the place. And it sends it to you. It gives them a link in their, it sends a receipt to them. Okay, and this is, I want to show you the cool part about this. All they have to do is click on that right there. It takes them to this page right here. Now the cool part about this is, as you can see, there's a map. There is some other information that I really want you to see here, so I'm going to move the camera, that I think is really going to help you as a small business owner or a band or anything like that. Okay, now the reason this card's here is because there's information on this receipt, addresses and phone numbers that you don't necessarily need to see, okay? But you can, all this is included in the settings, and this is how you're able to, I guess the address isn't a big deal, the phone number might be a big deal though, so we're going to do that. But all of this you can actually include in your settings. So any product they buy from you, when they get this detailed receipt, they have a map of where they bought it from, which is over here. It puts that card at that place at that time, which is also a security feature for your customers and for you. You can include your name of your band, your company, whatever it is, a Twitter account that they can easily follow, and your address or some other information like that, so they can get in contact with you, or so they at least know who you are. And all this information for you is amazing because most of this information doesn't happen on a regular receipt. So you're able to get this in their email account, which they check probably every day, like everybody else does, and they can connect to you in seconds of getting this receipt. Now what this does here, there's that target there, which shows them where they bought it on this map, all your information, and then here's actually a list. Now if they happen to buy more than one item from you, it'll list it here in the description. And what is nice is in each item you can include a description. Okay, so for instance, for this item, and these are all clickable, click it, it pops up, and it happens to have the description right here that I included in the settings tab of that app. It comes up with the picture that I provided, which, I mean, again, you can alter these pictures. It takes a little playing with. And but if you happen to have multiple lists, they can look at all those different lists of everything they've bought with detailed descriptions. Hopefully that's helped you out a bit, and hopefully you can use this product. Now there is a feature, by the way, because a lot of people were like, well, what if they change their mind and they want a refund? Now the refund at this point is kind of basic. It refunds the whole purchase instead of just one item. I'm hoping that eventually they'll have refunds for the separate items on the list. Right now, you can go into your account though, refund them that money, and it says it takes about 2 to 3 days, and from what I can tell, it works really well. So if you want this, check out SquareUp.com. It's a simple process. The longest thing you have to wait for is the card reader, but it's free. So you just kind of have to wait and be patient with it. But when you get it, I promise you, it is completely worthwhile. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you can square up with your next purchase.